Welcome back. We are at Pittodrie tonight, United's final pre-season game tonight up against Aberdeen. And the big headline, really, it's Neil Simpson's benefit match, but the big headline is that man, Darren Fletcher, is on the substitute bench for United. 9 months out with this chronic bowel condition, and we're looking forward to hopefully seeing him playing some part in this second half. And although we don't want to expect too much too soon from him, psychologically it would be huge to see him kicking a football for Manchester United.
Fantastic for everybody at United.
We're going to see some changes for both sides in this second half. Clayton Blackmore is going to come on for Manchester United. Made his debut in May of 1984. And he's going to come back on for Manchester United. Wearing the number 12 shirt, he's going to replace Rio Ferdinand.
Is he going to play at the back, Clayton? God almighty.
There he is. I wonder if he feels restricted by wearing a kit, because he normally pulls out some natty golf wear on the fairway.
Well, he's always
a follower of fashion.
Certainly a follower of golf fashion.
There we are. The most familiar smile in football. Dwight Yorke back in a Manchester United shirt. Back in the famous number 19 as well, where he enjoyed so much success. And it's a welcome to the first team fold for Manchester United for Adnan Januzaj, player who many people expect a lot from. He certainly put in some great performances for the academy and the reserve team. He's come on for Paul Scholes, and Sam Johnston there in between the posts to replace David De Gea.
Yeah, you were talking to the kid Januzaj. We've got great hopes for him.
Sam Johnston, who played for the reserves against Scunthorpe recently, he had a loan spell at Scunthorpe last season. I know he enjoyed going back and seeing some friends from his time there. And Manchester United are back out ready for this second half. Aberdeen are making them wait a little bit here. And we'll,
well, there's a lovely smell of fish and chips in the air. I wonder if they're having some. I hope we keep some for us. There's Quinton. Is that Quinton?
It is indeed Mr. Quinton Fortune.
Nice line.
Nice lad, and we're fortunate to have him regularly on MUTV as a pundit in the studio. He's also very much entrenched in the Manchester United coaching setup as well, looking after some of the youngsters under the guise of Sir Alex Ferguson. So his Manchester United career carries on after playing between the years of 1999 and 2006. 126 United appearances for Quinton during that time, and still very much a part of the club. Thumbs up from the winning manager so far in this fixture. Jamie Langfield still has a clean sheet to his name. We'll tidy up the substitutions for you shortly for Aberdeen. There have been 3 of them. Scott Vernon has come on. Gavin Ray as well, a familiar face if you're someone who knows a bit about Welsh football, about Cardiff City, and also about Scottish football and Rangers in the past. Dwight Yorke with the first kick of the second half. Adnan Januzaj there as well, kicking United off in white. And just a handful of changes for both sides at the start of this second period. United looking to get a goal back after that Johnny Hayes strike in the first half. He's since been replaced. Here is Ryan Giggs, who has the captain's armband now after Rio Ferdinand was taken off. Dwight Yorke there with the most eye-catching boots on the pitch in this second half. Nick Powell, who came close to opening the scoring before Aberdeen did. Megginson with a touch to Milsom, and he races away from Bebe. It looks like, Paddy, Michael Keane's moved to centre-half with Tom Thorpe. Clayton Blackmore's going to play right-back in this second half. Here he is, trying to halt the progress of Aberdeen.
Well, I don't think he'll be taking too many long-bursted runs up the right flank, will he, Clayton?
Clayton Blackmore with 245 Manchester United appearances in his time at Old Trafford. And Andrew Considine has come on for Aberdeen there, wearing 6 to replace Russell Anderson. Considine's father, Doug, actually played for Aberdeen as well. Here's Nick Powell, far forward in this opening period of the second half. He just dragged that one across goal.
Yeah. The angle wasn't right, but why not? Once you're inside that 18-yard line, why not have a shot? He does. Wrong side of the post for him.
...16 goals in 45 games for Crewe last season for the England Youth International. Up goes Clayton Blackmore. That'll be a throw to Aberdeen. Nice to see Manchester United with a back four who all graduated from the youth team. Blackett, Thorpe, Michael Keane and Clayton Blackmore.
Oh, dear me.
It's interesting, though, for these young players to play with players who are, in some cases, twice their age and more.
Well, you think the Fianese?
Well, I'm thinking in particular of the defenders, who Michael Keane's 19. He's already played with the likes of Giggs and Scholes tonight, who are sort of 37, 38, twice his age. Clayton Blackmore is edging towards 50, and Michael Keane edging towards an own goal there almost.
Thought that off the angle was too much.
If that had been cricket, it would have been edged and caught.
Yeah. The right side of the post for him.
In comes the corner. Crowded penalty area, but it helps when you're 6'4" and you're wearing gloves. Safe hands from Sam Johnston. There's absolutely no doubt, watching a player like Sam, he's benefited so much from going out on loan and getting that experience. Youth team and reserve team football is one thing, but the meat and drink of getting out and playing in the Football League is something that many players cherish and thrive on.
Game played at a different sort of pace altogether when you play in the first Premier League.
Dwight York just squirmed away from him there. Considine with a challenge. Tyler Blackett will look to start the move all over again.
Oh, well done.
Januzaj just tugged back there by Milsom.
Well played by Januzaj.
Another player with a slight frame but delicate touch.
Well, you look at him. What's his best foot, tell me? Is it his left or is it his right? Might be his left.
Well, he is a player who really enjoys the fact that he can stroke the ball around with both feet.
Yeah, he likes the ball as well, which is good.
Giggs looking for his old pal Dwight York. Bebe up there as well. Considine, though, strong at the back.
He got away with that. Little push, free kick.
Considine, one of 2 players in this Aberdeen squad this season who were actually in the Aberdeen squad 4 years ago when United last played here. They didn't play actually that day. Considine and also the goalkeeper Jamie Langfield. Both have been stalwarts here at Aberdeen for 8 and 7 years respectively. Here go Aberdeen with Megginson, and that's dragged
good
just
effort.
Wide. Sam Johnston knew it was going there, I think.
Yeah, good effort. Nice bit of play by Megginson. Yeah, he wins it off Clayton, and a little wriggle and the shot goes past the post.
Well, this is a night when Sir Alex can sort of look down over his empire, if you like, in the footballing world. The 2 clubs who've brought him so much success because he's brought it to them. A trophyless first season at Aberdeen for Sir Alex, but he won the league in his second year, chasing down Celtic. Only the second time that the Dons had won the league title. Won the Scottish Cup in '82 by beating Rangers, which was quite an achievement back then. Overwhelming favourites against Rangers in that final. And the success just went on and on from there. Here's Blackmore to bring Thorpe into the game. Nick Powell.
Oof.
Deflected and over.
That's a great strike, that.
Really got everything behind it, didn't he?
Well, didn't he? I mean, he's all of 36 yards out easily. Oh, that's a great strike, this. And Ryan Giggs getting applauded over there, which is lovely to see. You don't get that very often in England away from home, Ryan.
Ryan finds his former Welsh teammate Clayton Blackmore in towards Powell with a header.
Should have scored. Great ball from Clayton. Should have scored. I'd be very disappointed that that's not going in the net. The perfect chip. Headers it well enough, but the direction, no. Goalie totally beaten. Wrong side of the post.
Well, for a moment I thought Nick Powell's first goal in the Manchester United first team was going to be set up by Clayton Blackmore.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. An applause here for Darren Fletcher. That's the Aberdeen fund.
Well, as he gives the thumbs up, we hope that we'll be doing that at the end of the game as well, having seen him play some part in this contest. What a boost for the club, though, to see him back. And, getting very close to doing what he does and what he loves best. Giggs wriggled away from him. Anderson's going to collect it, though. It was Osborne who took it away. From a Coventry City player.
Thought that had gone out, surely.
Bebe happy to accept the throw. Now Januzaj. Powell looking for Januzaj again. Almost fell for York. Vernon, Aberdeen's half-time substitutes, and Januzaj doing tigerishly there to win the ball back. Not something you associate with his game, really.
A little bit too much for him. He's in again, isn't he?
Desperate to impress tonight. Very soon you might well see Darren Fletcher. There is movement down on the Manchester United bench. Michael Keane. Blackmore to Powell. Powell has seen
They're asking a lot, they're asking a lot, they're asking a lot.
There he is. Much loved in Manchester and Scotland.
Really a great reception when he runs on.
Now Vernon almost put through. Blackett got in the way.
There's a break on here.
Giggs to York. Blackett makes the run. York waits.
He's overhit it.
Wrapped his boot right around that one, Tyler Blackett. Wilson with a header away. Clayton Blackmore.
That's a good ball from Clayton.
Januzaj makes the run. Milson with a challenge. It was a bit wild.
Oh, the kids did well as well. He's come inside him on his left foot. Oh. I'll tell you, that's a good foul for Aberdeen. You might have created something there, Yanis.
Darren Fletcher waits. Normally the 24 on his back, tonight 14. Don't care what number he wears though, we just want to see him back in action. That looks like that moment is just a few more moments away. Giggs over the free kick. Loads of white shirts in the middle. It's taken to Blackmore though. Blackett will pick the ball back up. Michael Keane to Januzaj. He goes for goal. Goalkeeper may have seen that late.
Yeah, try to sneak a little shot through a crowd of players.
To Anderson. Giggs and York run through the middle. It's towards Ryan Giggs here. Covering though by Gary Naismith. Darren Fletcher and Larnell Cole wait to be introduced. Powell to Giggs. Touch just squirmed away. They're waiting rather like Shinji Kagawa did when he was waiting for his debut in South Africa. Ball hasn't gone out of play for ages, it seems. Mist continues to roll in this
fog's getting a bit heavier, isn't it? Oh.
Here's Payton. Osborne. Whips that one in. That is a fantastic cross in.
Ball in that, isn't it?
Vernon perhaps didn't expect it to come across that well and that quickly.
I thought he'd get the surprise of his life it come across.
Well, this is the moment that many Manchester United fans have been waiting for 9 months. Darren Fletcher, who has been out with that horrendous chronic bowel condition, finally gets a chance to run out in a Manchester United shirt again. 9 months on from the last time he did it, Darren Fletcher is back in a United shirt and back in Scotland. A player who embodied the Ferguson ideal: if you're good enough, you're old enough. Recently, it's just been about getting well enough. What a moment to see him back on the football pitch.
Listen to the crowd here as well. They're all delighted.
This is the kind of moment as he accepts the captain's armband where you don't want to see anyone putting too much pressure on him. It's just all about getting on that pitch, getting the ball. And listen to that ovation. Just a simple sideways pass which has become meat and drink for him many a year ago, but now it's just about being back in that shirt.
Well, he's offside.
Offside flag against Vernon.
Didn't have to be offside either.
Career break on here for Payton. Some of his mates are forward with him as well, including Clark. Payton goes on his own.
Good
and Sam Johnston saw that late through the fog and almost had to react quickly again.
Yeah, it's a good save, that.
Now Januzaj can stretch his legs. Good sliding challenge in on him though in the end by Milsom. Floats one forward for Vernon. Aberdeen are preparing a couple of changes as well. And Anderson to Bebe. Bebe. Anderson might get the shot in here. Instead he finds Fletcher, almost back to Anderson again.
It's a free kick, Darren, but the referee's not giving it.
Blackmore. Cole back to Keane. Fletcher. And Dwight York. Funny to think that when United wanted to give Darren Fletcher his debut, they were prevented doing so because he was so young. 28 years of age now, the Scot. Last appearance in the United shirt was late November against Benfica. Just the 10 appearances last season due to his illness. He and United on the back foot here as Osborne crosses it in, away by Blackmore. Bebe with the touch back to Blackett. Aberdeen attack here, maybe. Payton holds it up well away from Michael Keane. Clayton Blackmore though with a good touch away, up to Dwight York, and now Januzaj just dancing away from his opposite number, Naismith. Anderson. Fletcher and Blackmore. Barnell Cole. Blackmore again into York. Real tussle up there. Fletcher tries to get involved as well, but it wriggles free now to Vernon. Aberdeen with a break on. Payton. Vernon continues his run. Good touch there from Michael Keane, who ends up getting the throw out of it.
He was looking for a free kick there, which he's not getting.
Well, this was one of the best bits of action we've seen recently in the game. Payton with a strike and Sam Johnston.
Yeah, good save. Terrific save.
Well played by Sam Johnston. And there is a change here for Aberdeen. And it's Gary Naismith who's gone off. Mickey Lowe, the player to come on. He spent last season on loan at Falkirk. He's a youngster here at Aberdeen, just 20 years of age. By far and away one of the youngest Aberdeen substitutes tonight. You consider that they have one teenager on the bench, a couple of 20-year-olds, and then some in their 50s.
Oh, watch your line, watch your line.
Barnell Cole would have been off there. Wearing the number 7 shirt tonight in the absence of Antonio Valencia. Tidy play. Good challenge as well by Blackmore. Going to see another Aberdeen substitution here, and it's Isaac Osborne who goes off. And a youngster comes on in his place, Joe Shaughnessy, 20-year-old Irishman. And a straight swap as well, because Shaughnessy is going to come over here to right back to replace Osborne, who is technically a midfielder but has filled in at right fullback throughout the course of the first hour or so of this game. Quinton Fortune is getting stripped off ready as well. Wilson just misses out on it. Good effort though, and Johnston had to watch that. He knew it was going wide, I think, but still Lively strike in the end, which came in from Mitchell Megginson.
Well, he hits it well enough, but it's going miles wide. It's come off the outside of his right foot and going miles wide, but hit it well enough.
There's another youngster who's done well tonight. This Aberdeen squad very much a nod to the past, representatives from the present, and also perhaps looking to the future with the likes of Megginson and Shaughnessy involved as well.
Well done.
Arno Cole just bundled out of the way. Here's another Manchester United change. Quinton Fortune, who almost rivals Dwight Yorke in the Smile Stakes. Someone who's always very happy to talk to us at MUTV. And he's going to come on and replace Tyler Blackett. Quinton, who like Clayton Blackmore, coaches these youngsters at Manchester United, knows Tyler well, so we'll enjoy coming on to replace him. And it's nice to see Quinton back in Manchester United colours after 126 appearances during his time under Sir Alex. Signed from Atletico Madrid in August of 1999 for around £1.5 million.
Just an accidental hand catch them in the face there.
Bebe gets booed. And Shaughnessy gets his challenge in. Fletcher.
Oh, Darren.
Just about gets to Michael Keane. Cole up to York. I mentioned Fortune and Blackmore coaching the youngster. Of course, Darren Fletcher, during his time away from the United squad, has been doing just that as well. Bebe's offside. Well, Craig Brown will take plenty of positives from tonight's game, even though it's really all about celebrating Simpson and Aberdeen. But in his second season here at Pittodrie now, former Scotland manager during the Euro 96 era. Seen and done most things in football.
Well, he's got a good ally in Archie Knox.
His Aberdeen side 9th after 2 games in the SPL. That's where they finished last season as well. Here's Vernon. Didn't have many options, had to go for it alone, and Thorpe concedes the corner.
Well, he's tightly marked, that's why he doesn't make contact with the goal at all. Not getting any room.
Aberdeen corner then. Really deep one that Johnston wants and nearly got, but not quite. And then Thorpe got the block in. It could go anywhere. It's gone in. And it's the youngster Joe Shaughnessy. What a moment for him. Just 20 years of age, he scored against Manchester United. And Aberdeen lead by 2 goals to 0.
Well, the corner caused all sorts of problems, didn't it? Yeah, he'll not be happy, the goalkeeper. He'll not be happy. Just got played into the box and he gets a touch on it. It's a good job, it's a friendly. A testimonial match, rather.
Nice moment for him. And now Mitchell Megginson, who is 20 years of age, goes off. And on comes Doug Rugby, 56. Oldest player involved tonight. Great to see him involved. One of the winners of the Cup Winners' Cup under Sir Alex Ferguson.
Well, he was a tough player. He was a tough player.
So now we have the slightly surreal moment of seeing Doug Rugby marking Dwight York.
Well, keep out his way, Dwight.
Cup Winners' Cup victory, 3 Scottish Cups, 2 league titles, 1 Scotland cap. Then he moved to Chelsea. They call him the Bullingry Bat, a no-nonsense player who won the hearts of this local crowd. He's in fact, looks like he's going to be at left back, Doug Rugby.
Has the crowd singing about him straight away?
Absolutely.
That's not him speeding down the left wing.
No, he's very much further back than that, it has to be said.
Yeah.
I think he's sticking to the halfway line.
If he's a good, any sense he will. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there he thought about it. Thought about a nibble at Adnan Januzaj. He's enjoying himself, that's the main thing.
Oh, he'll love every minute of that. 50 what?
56. Yeah.
Yeah, for the game Man United, we won 2-0. I was 56 years of age. No one will ever believe that. No one will ever believe that.
Bebe's crossing. He's nowhere near any white Manchester United shirts. Drops out here to Cole. Januzaj. Nice little touch. Cole picks it up.
Needs a bit of help. Scored it.
Back to Januzaj. Manchester United are going to have to score twice here, at least, because looking at the clock, we have just under 20 minutes to go. If it's level at the end of this, we have penalty kicks. And I think it's pretty fair to say that Sir Alex Ferguson is not getting too stressed about that right now.
I would think not, no.
He'll be enjoying Rugby and co. And watching the likes of Januzaj getting their first taste of first-team football. That's a cross from Cole, which...
That'll stay in, that.
Blackmore to Michael Keane. Januzaj with a neat turn and shot.
It was a good effort as well, but it got blocked.
Might have hit the back of Dwight York there, actually.
Very confident young player, isn't he?
Well, nice to see Cole and York together on the pitch, albeit it's Larnell Cole and Dwight York, but
Larnell Cole will be delighted.
Great partnership between Andy Cole and Dwight York down through the years at Old Trafford. Part of that treble-winning quartet of strikers. Fletcher.
That's a hell of a ball if it gets there.
It's got to Bebe, who's touched,
he's
tried to take him inside, he shoots, almost scores, and Langfield has done enough, has he? Oh, it's a goal for Dwight York.
Dwight York, has he given offside?
And he's offside.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that's a shame.
And he's got hurt for his pains as well.
Well, he's the kind of player who would have a goal disallowed and still smile. Of course he would. Let's see what happens here.
Well, the goalie saves this original shot, doesn't he? Yeah,
he is off.
Yeah, he's offside. He's offside. Well,
I think even you would have to admit he was offside.
No, well, the unfortunate thing, the goalie was past him. It was only him and the fullback. So you've got to have 2 players between you and the goal. 2 more substitutes for Aberdeen.
Well, it looks like possibly 3.
3.
And we're going to see some more old boys take their Pittodrie bows. Milsom and Clark going off here. We're going to see Brian Irving and Steve Tosh. Steve Tosh, who was a player here between 2003 and 2005. He's 39 years of age now, and Brian Irving there, 47 years old, won the Scottish Cup and 9 Scotland caps during his time with Aberdeen. Sir Alex Ferguson signed him in 1985, played over 300 games for his local club. And as well, Dougie
terrific.
Bell, who's 52, won the Cup Winners' Cup and various other titles, former Rangers player as well, born in Paisley, and he comes on for his moment against Manchester United. I keep getting the feeling I'm going to look to my right, there's going to be no one there, and then Mr. Paddy Crowand is going to be announced to the crowd here tonight.
I don't think so. It's tough when you're that age to go in there and run up and down the pitch.
I'm not sure if you can still play, but I'm sure you can certainly still tackle.
Easy to kick people, that's the easiest thing.
By Sir Alex's reaction, he just perhaps heard what I suggested. Bebe flying away from Considine. Anderson. Fletcher. York out to Blackmore. Cole. Blackmore again in towards Dwight York. Who's that going to? Corner or goal kick? What do you fancy? It's a goal kick. Bit of a stand-in protest from Dwight York there, who really felt it was a corner.
What you doing, linesman? He sent himself.
I remember interviewing him a while back when he was up at Sunderland. Played almost 600 games in English football in the end, Dwight York, after coming from his native Trinidad and Tobago. Vernon almost through for Payton. Quinton Fortune now.
Quinton, where are you going? Going to the overlap, what are you doing?
In towards Januzaj, flicks up for Cole. Tell you what though, having spent some time with Quinton on the pre-season tour, he's as fit as anyone out there at the moment.
He is fit, but...
Anderson gets it back from Bebe into York. Little flick for Fletcher. Great to see him pull the trigger and score tonight.
That's what I thought he was going to do there. Well, that's a good challenge.
Lowe. Good challenge from Clayton to Blackmore. Guess what? Another substitution. Just keep them coming. It's going to be Payton to go off, the most lively player for Aberdeen tonight. And on comes Jordan Brown, another 20-year-old. He can be pleased with his night's work.
You're offside, right? You're offside, right?
He knows it as well. He's waiting for a flag, which isn't going to come because the ball just wriggled through to the goalkeeper. That's given straight back to Dwight York, though. Now Bebe. Fletcher back to Bebe. I think it was actually intended for Januzaj. A few rusty passes being spotted now. Fletcher into York. Blackmore to Larnell Cole. Januzaj. Anderson. Dwight York back to Anderson here. Lovely play from Anderson. Oh, that's a cute finish.
Yeah, good football. Nice 1-2 with Dwight York.
A Brazilian finish, wasn't it, from Anderson in the end? Cool, calm and collected in the penalty area. It's Aberdeen 2, Manchester United 1.
Great touch from Dwight York. Yeah, Confident enough to take players on inside the penalty area, isn't he? Got to do a bit more of that when he's playing in the Premier League. Capable of it. Nice little flick over the goalkeeper when he finished 2 each this.
Well, if he could find the back of the net more regularly, then people would stop talking about a new central midfielder being required at Old Trafford. Anderson, so far in his career, 145 games, just 7 goals competitively. We wouldn't have known that from looking at that finish, though. So we have 9 minutes to get another goal and see penalties. Brought back to Johnston. 2 Youth Cup winners playing together now at the back for United.
That's good play. That is good play.
Well taken on by
terrific
Brown.
Challenge.
Januzaj, that's clever. And Michael Keane, centre half, running through the middle here.
Good ball as well. Oh, that's too early.
York for Januzaj.
Too early, Dwight.
Do you fancy a 2-2?
Yep. Yeah, the crowd would love that 2-2 in penalty kicks. A little bit more excitement.
Well, it's been a fun evening, hasn't it?
That's what it's all about, isn't it? No credit to the lad as well. Neil Simpson.
Just overcooked from Fletcher.
I saw him here tonight, Dave. Jim Leighton, he played in that team.
I was going to mention him, actually, yes, because when this attack dies down, we'll quickly chat Leighton. Here is Tosh. Back to Considine. And now it's Darren Fletcher. Through the legs.
Who's going to make the run?
Anderson. Blackmore to Larnell Cole and back to Dwight York. Now Januzaj. And now Bebe. 5 white shirts in the middle. Bebe goes on his own. And that was wild.
Oh, he should be looking to play it to someone in there. Oh, Alex McLeish. Didn't know he was here, Alex.
Alex McLeish, one of the figureheads of Sir Alex's successful Aberdeen side.
Good lad, Alex, as well.
His former manager and former friends, or rather friends, but former teammates. Someone who's had a tricky period in his footballing life in the last few months. We were talking Jim Leighton a moment ago, weren't we?
Yes.
Goalkeeping coach here at Aberdeen. Played for Sir Alex with the Dons. Made 94 United appearances. In fact, made his Manchester United debut with Clayton Blackmore in the side back in 1988.
Was he off? Yeah, that flag's going to go up.
Fletcher through to Larnell Cole, who was just offside.
Just impatient to get there, the young lad.
Last 5 minutes of the game then, Paddy.
Yeah. Good entertainment for everybody from Aberdeen that's here watching it. They've enjoyed every minute of it, I'm sure. And I'm sure Neil Simpson's enjoyed every minute of it. Terrific for him. And Doug's run for it. What are you doing?
Fletcher forward for York. It's a bit of a clumsy challenge from Brian Irvin.
Same age group. A little bit older than Dwight. Not intentional.
He could have done himself some damage there, actually. Brian perhaps thinking he was more flexible than he perhaps is these days. Here's Anderson. Fortune. Bebe. Time to set the cross up. That's a dangerous one in there. York was looking for it.
Well, nice kick as well.
Stuck behind by Mark Reynolds.
Could have flown into his own net there. Well, nobody's leaving, are they?
Bebe's corner. Fired into the box. Couldn't find a United shirt, though. Anderson to Cole. Might need some help here, Larnell Cole. Perhaps not. Into York. Good strength from Dwight York, but just enough back for Aberdeen. Fletcher's not giving this up, though.
Well done, Darren.
He's done really well there, Darren Fletcher.
He's done terrific.
Michael Keane. Anderson for another, maybe. It is Anderson.
What a great effort.
And then it's Darren Fletcher with a shot. There'll be a corner. Maybe we were asking too much for two in a game from Anderson, but he came close.
Yeah, great strike from him there. Set up by Darren Fletcher. He hits this well. Usually when he hits them, the balloon over the bar, but that one, no. Swerved a little bit and caused the goalkeeper a little problem. But he got it away.
Januzaj's corner. Nodded away as far as Fortune. Go on, Quinton.
Oh, Quinton. Keep your head down.
Well,
oh, Quinton, you're going to get the mickey taken out of you when I see you on that plane. What kind of effort was that?
Man of the match, Neil Simpson.
Never made a mistake, did he?
Well, to be fair, that kickoff was spectacular.
Yeah, never made one mistake.
30 seconds of action, enough to win the man of the match, but I'm sure we'll all be delighted for him. It's all about him tonight in terms of the celebrations. Manchester United fans, though, will say it's all about Darren Fletcher and his comeback. Looks like he will get through half an hour, fingers crossed, unscathed. Just well over half an hour. And Januzaj does well in the challenge. Cole. Clayton Blackmore's crossing towards York. Considine just digs it out. Fletcher maybe. Perhaps from Januzaj. Back to Darren Fletcher.
Very tight in there, very tight.
Looking for the killer ball, which didn't quite go to York.
That's anywhere.
Anywhere will do right now. There's your man of the match, Neil Simpson, who's had time to go off and shower
Absolute
and change.
Blind that he had. Never made a mistake. We'll give him the man of the match as well. Not one mistake as he made in the game.
Here's Quinton Fortune. Gets a corner. And he's just cleared. Quinton's just kicked all those bits of paper out of the way of the corner, so the crowd are obliging to throw them all straight back again. In comes his corner. Headed away. And there we are. Big night for Aberdeen, and they get the scoreline that many of the fans perhaps wanted. Victory for Neil Simpson on his big night out. A man of the match award to boot. A great evening for him, and a great evening for Darren Fletcher as well. Half an hour in a Manchester United shirt. We didn't think we were going to see that when we turned up here at Pittodrie tonight. 9 months out, and he is on the road to recovery, we hope. All smiles for Neil Simpson, whose side added to their half-time lead through Joe Shaughnessy in the second half. Anderson made the scoreline interesting, making it 2-1. But tonight, in all truth, was never going to be about the scoreline. It was about giving him and Sir Alex a night to remember. And fantastic to see Darren Fletcher coming to the party. Final score here at Pittodrie: Aberdeen 2, Manchester United 1.
Great night's entertainment as well. That is a privilege to see him back. That's such an important thing for Manchester United. But the other thing is, Neil Simpson, I bet he's enjoyed every minute of it. Did he actually get an award, man of the match?
Well, I think we may well see some presentations.
Well, it's great for him. Fantastic. And for Manchester United to come up and do this, and it shows you the affection that the people have for him when you've got a full house, 21,000. They don't get that at their league matches. Maybe they'll start coming back now at the league matches.
And part of the fun of the night, as well as the cup for the winning side and for the runner-up, if you like, in this competition of two, fun to see the likes of Dwight York, Quinton Fortune, Clayton Blackmore, and of course the Aberdeen old boys as well, Bell, Rugby, Irvine and Tosh.
Oh, fantastic. Great entertainment.
So Neil Simpson will present a trophy to Manchester United to thank the club for coming up north and sharing in his moment.
Well, I think he's got that. He's got that himself.
He's accepted that himself.
He's got that for man of the match.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Absolute blinder. Not one mistake did he make.
And Darren Fletcher, nice moment for Fletch to come back and receive the runner-up trophy. There you are.
That is terrific. Well, that is the biggest surprise of the night, Darren Fletcher playing, isn't it?
Just briefly seeing Archie Knox and Sir Alex chatting together. Such a famously successful number 1 and number 2 combination. And the winning trophy to Aberdeen. Sir Alex, so used to going up and collecting silverware as manager of Aberdeen, and of course with Manchester United too. Russell Anderson and Andy Considine, the two to go up and accept the award. A real character, Neil Simpson, and he's very much enjoying his evening in the spotlight. Darren Fletcher won't want the spotlight, he just wanted the minutes on the pitch. He wanted to get that shirt back on and get back playing. Sir Alex Ferguson, Glaswegian by birth, but says that Aberdeen is his home. From the way he started his footballing career, of course, recently, Manchester has very much been the home of the trophies that he's won. And now Neil Simpson can drink in the applause from the locals. Still very much a part of this club. This isn't a goodbye to him, it's just a thank you very much. Special moment for him and for the family too.
Of course it is. Testimonial for the club, honoured for years. Fantastic.
These nights are special ones, even if you're not an Aberdeen fan, even if you've never heard of Neil Simpson. It's always nice to see the good in the game.
Of course, the club ordering players that have done a great deal for them.
Great to see the fans staying late to enjoy what's been a good spectacle of football.
Golden oldies.
There they are. Let's get some reaction to tonight's game and the occasion as well, because Helen's talking to Dwight York.
Well, Dwight, did you ever think you'd get back in a United shirt?
Oh, not really. I mean, we normally play a lot of testimonial games and the legend games, and i.e. when we played in the Real Madrid in June. So, you know, it's a great honour for the gaffer to ask me to come and play with the lads, and, you know, it's good to get back into the United shirt.
Now, there was a Cole on the pitch, but it wasn't Andy Cole. Were you missing him tonight?
Well, it would have been great for him to be here. You know that me and Andy have had a special bond, our United days and stuff, and it would have been a great honour for him to play alongside him. But unfortunately, he's in Barbados, getting his suntan, so he's enjoying that.
Is this the perfect kind of way for you to get back into the club and play these matches alongside these players?
No, not really. My footballing days are done, I can assure you.
No, they're not.
They definitely are. I do a lot of work outside of the game. I do a lot of overseas work for the club as an ambassador. So again, that has been brilliant from the gaffer and everybody around Manchester in helping me, giving me all those opportunities. So I go back up at the club occasionally and see the lads that train, and I've got a great relationship with Albert and the gaffer and all them. So it's just great when he asked me to come along and play here. So as I said, anyone who has played for United is a great honour.
And just finally, how much are you looking forward to the season to begin?
Well, as I said, the lads will be bitterly disappointed in terms of how the season finished for them. And this is, we've got a lot of young players in that squad, and it would be a learning experience for them, and hopefully they would have learned from that. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to the season, and I'm sure that the hurt will still be there. But they've got to put that behind them now and look forward to the new season. I'm sure that they will do that.
Thanks, Dwight.
Pleasure.
Great to hear from Dwight Yorke. We'll hear a bit more from Mr. Crerand as well when we come back after this short break.